here today, yet with another video on 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉𝙃. That is right, official 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 from Dead by Daylight, and we're gonna be reading it in today and talking about it in this video. But without further ado, before we jump in, if you like my guides and you want to see more of my stuff, please consider dropping a sub, like, or comment. It really helps boost my content and push more of these guides out there for you guys. I'm not only doing guides, I'm also doing really interesting videos soon, so tune in for that as well. Alrighty then, we can start. So basically, 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉. If you guys don't know, if you don't know about what's going on in Dead by Daylight community, Dead by Daylight released a forum, as you can see in the screen right over here, that they changed 39 meta perks, and they are completely flipping the game over. Now, the public testing build, whatever it's called, it has been released since yesterday, and a lot of people already tested out these changes. So if you want to test it out, feel free to go into Dead by Daylight, visit to the PTB, and test out the changes and see what you think. Link to the forum in the description down below. But now today we're going to be talking about 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉, and for a very specific reason, because 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 was changed, and it was one of the very first perks, or one of the perks that people were mad about, especially on Twitter. So the way I found out about it was from 𝘾𝙊𝙉, as you can see on the screen. She was really angry about it, and then after a tweet that was made by 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 on Twitter, also another great friend of mine, as you can see on the screen over here, she was livid, and her fucking tweet blew up. It basically blew up, and it went viral, and people went they were like really angry and agreeing with it. Some people were disagreeing, but that's fine. It's fine if you got some haters, or if they don't understand, that's fine. I mean, hopefully people will understand. But after that tweet, I believe that this pushed Dead by Daylight to make the change for 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. There are two tweets that we're going to be looking over from Hydro and Patrick. So now we're going to swap over and see the tweet and see the comments and see some information on that. We can know that with this change, it's not being published for this public test build. Obviously, it is going to be released on the next chapter. So now 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉𝙉 is going to be based off the terror radius. The original change was that they wanted it to keep it with line of sight. So what this means is that 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 would only activate if the killer has a specific line of sight, like straight on looking at the survivor. A lot of Death Healing players use this perk to help them tell if there's a killer nearby, and now they are changing it now because of an uproar to better fit for accessibility options and to help Death Healing players, which is absolutely amazing, by the way. So now we're looking at Hydro's tweet. He said 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 is now based off terror radius and not line of sight. Really listen to the community that needs it for accessibility. I got tagged in the tweet and I was like, hell yeah. And then now people are like talking about, oh, is 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉 going to be active instead of killer's active terror radius, or does it still work if they're undetectable? So for undetectable killers like Ghostface, Myers, stuff like that, it's not going to be activated. So it's just going to give a chance for killers, stealth killers, just giving them a chance to basically spook them, basically. And then it was actually on their live stream. It was official on Dead by Daylight live stream, and they spoke about it. I would go check it out in a bit. I just don't know what part it was, but it is official. They spoke about it in their live stream, so it is happening. It's really happening. A lot of people think this is going to be really interesting. Some people are against it. They do want this idea to be implemented into the PC version, which I completely agree. I think it'll be really smart, but I don't know why they're not implementing that. I understand why it will be a little bit more complicated than that. Let's go to Patrick. So Patrick said, dropping by to mention that we've announced a change to 𝘾𝙊𝙉𝙉𝙉 to cover this. It will function the same way as unannounced, with an additional visual element that directly represents the volume of the terror radius. More accessibility needs in the future. Does this mean that Dead by Daylight is finally pushing for accessibility for Death Healing players? It better be, because this is what we deserve. Everyone deserves to play a game to have fun at, instead of working twice as hard just to enjoy a game that they want to play. Period. And this is really good. Now, a lot of people were like really talking about it. They really want their change to be implemented. Now, I have played on mobile, and I completely agree with it. It's really cool. And I would understand why adding it other settings, because a lot of people are like, why can't you just add it other accessibility settings, like colorblind settings? It's a lot more difficult than that, because abled people or people who can just hear fine, they can abuse that setting. So making it into a perk slot is pretty interesting, and I think there are more interesting ways that we can go about it. 100% possible. And same thing goes for killer as well. But that's basically the change. They're going to be changing it to basically represent the volume of a terror radius. So the perk itself is basically going to tell you how close or how far the killer is, or when the terror radius pops up. So this is really interesting. I'm really glad that they're doing this. And this literally means crazy changes to Dead by Daylight, accessibility, the future of accessibility, really. I'm really excited about this. I will be posting new videos on the meta changes eventually. I do want to stream about it, so tune in for that. If you like to see me stream, link it down in the description below. My socials are in the description below. And I will be posting YouTube videos on the new Spine Chill eventually when it comes out next chapter, I believe. And I'm really excited to see how it goes. I personally don't use Spine Chill since I don't really necessarily need it. But a lot of people really do, especially deaf players. So I'm really glad that they're pushing for this change. What do you guys think? I think this is great. I think this is literally the right step towards accessibility, options and settings and stuff like that. This is great. Amazing. Awesome. And I think that we can push for more changes and really push for other disabilities as well. And I'm really happy. I'm really excited. Tune in for more videos on stuff like this. This is making me so stoked. I came back just at the right time, and I cannot be more happy about it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, please consider dropping a sub, like, or a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the description down below. I mean the comments, my bad. My socials are in the description. I stream at 12 a.m. Eastern whenever I can. But I do let people know whenever I'm streaming on TikTok, Discord, and stuff like that. We do have a Discord, by the way, if you want to check it out. It's not too active, but I'm still trying to build it, and I just recently made it all new and stuff like that with the help of someone else. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.